Oh, it's good to hear back from you, Bluefish7. It's been a while before I've seen your smiling face. So to get right into it, so you quoted me that I admitted that there is something within us. And yes, I do. I do contend that there is something within us. Just as there are many things within us, there are many instincts, as I discussed in my last video. There are many intuitions, there are many decisions, many thoughts, many processes, many biological events, many feelings, many experiences of all different sorts. So when I say something, we haven't identified what sort of something it is. We know that there is a something within us which has an influence upon something outside of us, as in our actions, and this sort of behavior we call morality. And then, so what you do is that you go right on to say it's the Holy Spirit, and I say if that's what you want to call it, we can call it that for now. That still doesn't mean we know what it is. So let's call it the Holy Spirit. That's fine. Well, it's the Holy Spirit. Now, as you said, there's a whole nother discussion of where did the Holy Spirit come from. I would like to pose it less as where did it come from, but first and foremost as what is it? Because first we have to decide what it is that we are describing, and from there we can move on to determining where it came from. So I will make that our first step, to describe what it is. Now, you obviously contend that it is something spiritual, as in something transcending the naturalistic world. And I would ask you to prove to me that it cannot be naturalistic in explanation or in description. Staying away from the explanation, like I said. So, disprove the possibility of naturalism. I won't even go into the whole topic of, well, what is a spirit? And if it's beyond the natural, is there something besides the spirit? Could there be some other sort of thing we haven't described, or is everything fall into the spirit category? We'll just stop the discussion there. You can get that far. Holy Spirit it is, and spiritual it certainly shall be. Moving on. So you talked about the three questions, and you said that they are directly connected and stuff like that. I'm going to not disagree, but alter what you say. I'm going to say that the three questions are related. They are certainly related. But the way you tend to be seeing it, from what I'm getting, is that you're seeing it as they're related in that they come to the same conclusion, or that one feeds into the other, and they all come together. It's a package deal. You know, you get the one, you buy the three, that sort of thing. I'm not so sure you can get that far. I think that they certainly are related, that you get the one and you do get the three, but it's a matter of getting, and you're getting them from a belief system that you have. And you have a belief system that does lead to the answers to these three questions. Like I said, I don't have answers to these three questions. So, do I have a belief system? We've also established I do not. Now, if we can agree that the reason you have answers to your three questions is that you have a belief system, and that belief system provides answers for Christianity provides answers for the answers to those three questions, isn't your belief system the cause of the answer? Now, by asking these questions, I want to make sure that you don't think that I will agree that finding answers to these questions will lead us to a belief system. It can't. The belief system results in the answers to the questions. The questions can inspire us to search for a belief system, but the answers are the result of the belief system. They can never be the cause of the belief system. So, gonna have to find a different approach if that's how you're trying to go about it. You said that question 3 suggests, your word was suggests, that the reality that it suggests the reality that we are on some kind of journey. So you ask the question, where are we going? Yes, this question does seem to suggest that we're on a journey. Does it suggest and therefore determine that we are definitely on a journey? Or does it require that we assume that we are on a journey? In fact, it requires that we assume we are on a journey. A counterexample to this sort of thing would be if I asked you, let's see, if I asked you, what do clouds taste like? Well, this question does seem to suggest that clouds have a taste. Does it mean that clouds have a taste? I don't know. I doubt it. Would you think that because I formulated the question, what do clouds taste like? Does that mean that clouds have a taste? Now, ask yourself, is that what you're doing here? Are you really trying to ask a question, and because that question requires a certain thing to be admitted to be true for the question to be valid, does that make it true? I'm saying no. Does it make it false? No. Does it say anything? No. But if it doesn't say anything, it also doesn't say that it is. So we can't assume that we are on a journey, as you say. I'd say we're on a journey in a certain sense, but not because you formulated that question. That question can be formed because we have noticed that time travels in a linear progression, and we can all agree that we have come from somewhere in time and are going to somewhere in time. Now, from that we assume we're also going somewhere on a spiritual plane? No, we haven't even defined if there is a spiritual plane or not, let alone if there's anywhere to go in a spiritual plane. Can you really rule out the possibility that we are in one place in a spirit, and that by definition our spiritual place is solid and stationary? We cannot travel? Can you prove that wrong? You can't. And if you cannot prove it wrong, you cannot eliminate it as a possibility. If you cannot eliminate it as a possibility, it is possible. Moving on. I just would like to finish by saying how glad I am that I can have you as an ally on this site, in spite of our disagreeing views. There are, I'm sure you noticed with one of my feistier videos as they come, I haven't been pleased with some of the responses I've been getting to people. I didn't expect anything less, but it was still frustrating. Just because I expected it doesn't mean I wasn't angered by it. So yes, I did respond. Frustrated manner, but I do appreciate your appreciation of me on YouTube, and I appreciate you on YouTube. I look forward to continuing this, and should yours be true God, may He bless you as well, sir.